January 7th, 2018. The Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, California, is alive with anticipation. It's the 75th Golden Globe Awards, a night to celebrate film and television. But this year, the mood is different. Hollywood is reeling from the Harvey Weinstein scandal, and the hashtag #MeToo movement is igniting a global reckoning on sexual harassment. The stars in attendance were black in solidarity, a visual protest against abuse and inequality. On this night, Oprah Winfrey, a media titan, philanthropist, and cultural icon, steps onto the stage to accept the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Lifetime Achievement. In minutes, we'll relive her speech, a powerful call for justice, equality, and a new day for women everywhere. This is A New Day Dawns, Oprah's 2018 Golden Globe speech that shook Hollywood. Let's set the stage. It's 2018, and the world is in the midst of a cultural shift. Just 3 months earlier, the New York Times published a bombshell report detailing decades of sexual misconduct allegations against Harvey Weinstein, a powerful Hollywood producer. The story sparks a firestorm, with dozens of women coming forward to share their experiences of abuse in the entertainment industry. The hashtag #MeToo movement, founded by activist Turnout Burke in 2006, gains global momentum as survivors across industries speak out. At the Golden Globes, the Time's Up initiative, a legal defense fund to combat workplace harassment, makes its public debut, with actresses wearing black and sporting Time's Up pins. Against this backdrop, Oprah Winfrey, a woman who has broken barriers as a black female media mogul, takes the stage to deliver a message that will resonate far beyond Hollywood. Oprah begins with gratitude, her voice steady and warm. She thanks the Hollywood Foreign Press Association for the Cecil B. DeMille Award, an honor recognizing her contributions to entertainment. She acknowledges the significance of the moment, noting that she's the first black woman to receive this award, following in the footsteps of legends like Sidney Poitier, who received it in 1982. She expresses her appreciation for the press, especially in a time when truth and journalism are under attack, a subtle nod to the political climate of 2018, with President Donald Trump's frequent criticisms of the media. She also thanks the women and men in the room, many of whom have inspired her, pushed her, and shared her journey. Oprah then takes the audience back to 1964, painting a vivid picture of her childhood. She describes herself as a little girl in Milwaukee, sitting on the linoleum floor of her mother's house, watching the Academy Awards on television. That night, Sidney Poitier won the Best Actor Oscar for Lilies of the Field, becoming the first black man to do so. She recalls seeing him in his elegant white tie, accepting the award, and then later at the Golden Globes, receiving another honor. For Oprah, a poor black girl from segregated America, this moment was transformative. She realized that someone who looked like her could be celebrated on the world stage, that dreams of greatness were possible even for her. She reflects on the significance of representation, noting that there are little girls watching her now, just as she watched Sidney Poitier all those years ago. She acknowledges that her presence on this stage, as the first black woman to receive the Cecil B. DeMille Award, is a milestone, not just for her, but for all the girls who see themselves in her. It's a moment of hope, a reminder of how far society has come, but also a call to keep pushing forward. Oprah's story is one of breaking barriers, from her rise out of poverty to becoming one of the most influential women in the world. With the Oprah Winfrey Show reaching millions over its 25-year run, her book club shaping literary culture, and her philanthropy empowering countless lives. Oprah then shifts to a broader theme, the power of truth. She speaks about the importance of women who have spoken out, sharing their stories of pain, resilience, and survival. She tells the story of Recy Taylor, a name unfamiliar to many in the audience, but one that carries deep historical weight. In 1944, Recy Taylor, a young black woman, was walking home from church in Abbeville, Alabama, when she was abducted and brutally raped by 6 white men. Despite threats to her life, Recy reported the crime. But in the Jim Crow South, justice was elusive. 2 grand juries refused to indict the man, even though one confessed. Yet Recy's story didn't end there. She became a cause for activists like Rosa Parks, who investigated her case as an NAACP worker long before Parks' famous Montgomery bus boycott. Recy Taylor died just 10 days before the 2018 Golden Globes at the age of 97, never seeing justice. But her courage helped pave the way for the civil rights movement. Oprah connects Recy Taylor's story to the present, drawing a line from the racial and gender injustices of the past to the struggles of today. She speaks of the countless women who have endured abuse and assault, often in silence, because they had to survive. She mentions women in Hollywood, but also those in factories, farms, restaurants, academia, engineering, medicine, politics, and beyond. Women whose names will never be known, but whose stories are just as vital. She highlights the systemic nature of this abuse, rooted in a culture that has too often valued men's power over women's dignity. Her voice grows more forceful as she declares that this moment, in 2018, is a turning point, a moment when women are saying, enough is enough. Oprah then addresses the hashtag #MeToo movement directly, amplifying its message on this global stage. She praises the women who have come forward, sharing their truths about men in power who abuse their positions. She acknowledges the bravery it takes to speak out, especially when those men are in industries like entertainment, where careers can be destroyed for doing so. She extends this to all women who have faced harassment and assault, noting that their stories are part of a larger fight for justice. She delivers a powerful refrain. For too long, women have not been heard or believed when they dared to speak their truth to the powerful. But their time is up. She repeats this phrase, their time is up, with a conviction that electrifies the room, a rallying cry for a new era of accountability. She speaks of hope, envisioning a world where no one ever has to say "Me Too" again. She imagines a future where girls can grow up free from the fear of abuse, where their dreams are not limited by systemic inequality. She shares her own hope for a new day, a dawn when women and men together can create a world that values justice, equality, and truth. She acknowledges the men in the room who have supported this movement, noting that change requires allies across all genders. Her vision is not just for Hollywood, but for every corner of the world, a call to dismantle the structures that have silenced women for generations. Oprah closes with a personal reflection, returning to her own journey. She speaks of the women who paved the way for her, women like Recy Taylor, Rosa Parks, and the countless others who fought for justice, often at great personal cost. She expresses gratitude for being alive at this moment, when a new generation is rising to continue the fight. She ends with a message of optimism, assuring the audience that a new day is on the horizon. And when that day finally dawns, it will be because of the magnificent women and some pretty phenomenal men who are working to make it happen. The audience rises in a standing ovation, their applause a testament to the power of her words. On that night in 2018, Oprah Winfrey didn't just accept an award, she ignited a movement. Her speech became a defining moment in the hashtag #MeToo era, amplifying the voices of survivors and galvanizing support for Time's Up. In the days that followed, their time is up became a rallying cry, echoing in protests, workplaces, and courtrooms. Oprah's words inspired countless women to speak out, and her vision of a new day resonated with millions. In the years since, the hashtag #MeToo movement has led to legal reforms, corporate accountability, and cultural shifts, though the fight for true equality continues. Today, in 2025, Oprah's 2018 Golden Globes speech remains a beacon of hope and a call to action. Gender-based violence and inequality persist. Globally, 1 in 3 women still experiences physical or sexual violence in her lifetime, and the gender pay gap remains stubbornly wide. But the momentum Oprah helped fuel has not faded. Her speech reminds us of the power of truth, the importance of representation, and the need to keep fighting for a world where every girl can dream without limits. A new day is indeed dawning, but it's up to us to make it a reality. Thank you for joining us on this journey back to 2018. If Oprah's story of justice and hope inspired you, hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for more stories of courage, change, and empowerment. Until next time, let's keep working for that new day, because their time is up.